How to build an easy sugarcane farm in Minecraft. These are the resources you will need for this farm. Okay, so the first step to this farm will be to break yourself out 8 blocks into the ground in a line. So pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then at the end of this line, break yourself for 2 blocks to the right. Then place a water source at the first block we placed, and now the water should run into the end right here. Then break out these 3 blocks, place yourself at a chest right here that will be collecting the sugarcane, a hopper right here that will obviously pick up the sugarcane, and then after you've done that, you can place yourself out 2 blocks right here, 2 blocks right here, so pretty much at the end of each side of the water. Then place yourself out 8 blocks right here, like this. Then you can plant yourself your sugarcane on top of all the blocks we have between these blocks and the water, like this. Then you will have to place yourself out 8 pistons on top of these blocks. These pistons will pretty much be harvesting or pushing off the sugarcane that will be growing. Then head behind the pistons we just placed and place yourself out 8 observers while looking on top of the pistons. These observers should have the little red eye facing towards you, and if you turn around they should have the little, well, face type of thing looking towards where the sugarcane is. Then head back here again and place yourself out 8 blocks, or pretty much 1 block behind each piston and then place yourself out the redstone dust on top of each of these blocks. Now to show you how this will work, when we grow the sugarcane and when the sugarcane will grow, the pistons will then harvest sugarcane, which will then be sent into the chest. So if I just continue growing these right now, let's just do that. You can see all the sugarcane will fall into the ground or into the water stream, picked up by this hopper and sent into this chest. And pretty much lastly, to make sure you don't lose any of the sugarcane and have maximum efficiency with this farm, I would recommend you build up the walls on the side by 3 blocks like this, and then I would also recommend you build yourself out a glass wall in front of here. And we're obviously building this wall because sometimes the pistons can push the sugarcane or the materials we have right there. And we're obviously building this wall because sometimes the pistons can push the sugarcane or the materials we have right there a bit too far out, and they could land on top of here, which can obviously result in a bit loss of sugarcane. But yeah, sometimes they can fly too far out, so that's why having a glass wall in front of here is nice. So yeah, that is pretty much that on how you build this. However, I want to show you one more thing, and that is pretty much how you can expand this on top of each other, so you have multiple sugarcane farms on top of each other, which will obviously save you more space because, well, you only need 1 collecting system instead of many, and it just looks nicer. So yeah, let me show you that. Now, I have not included the resources it's gonna take to build a second floor in the beginning, but you're pretty much gonna need the exact same resources you needed for the bottom part right here, beside obviously the water, the chest, the hopper. So you will need everything beside that, but then as an additional block you will also need 8 stairs. This can be any kind of stair. So pretty much how you would build this is by placing yourself out 8 stairs on top of the first observers, and then you will need to place yourself out 8 grass blocks right in front of the stairs, like this. And you will also need to place some blocks right next to those stairs, because we're gonna waterlock these stairs just so the water doesn't flow out to the sides, like this. And after you've done that, you can simply waterlock all of these stairs, like that. And obviously after you do that, you can now plant the sugarcane right here. Obviously place yourself out blocks on top of those stairs right now, like that. Simply continue the redstone thing we did under, place pistons on top of those blocks, head behind the pistons, place observers right here, like that. Then place yourself out blocks behind the pistons with then redstone on top of those blocks, redstone dusts, like this. And boom, now we're pretty much done with the next floor. So obviously now what I would recommend you do is simply expand this wall going upwards, just to prevent sugarcane from being shot out to the sides or anything, and then obviously expand the glass wall too. I would highly recommend you do that. So yeah, if I now continue growing them, we can see they will be pushed down, land inside the water, and then be sent into the chest, like that. Another great thing about this is that you can expand this pretty much as high as you want, and you can also expand it sideways. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this one, and this is how you build a very easy sugarcane farm. I would highly recommend that you have something like this in your world, simply because it's fully automatic and having paper is always useful. So yeah, anyways, that is it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.